Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. I am going to show you guys a couple of things on chainsaw chains. I think chainsaws are one of the more valuable prepper tools that are out there. They allow you to cut firewood. They allow you to basically produce your own fuel because that's what firewood is. And in the couple of years that I have worked at a hardware store, it is probably one of the most common questions I get asked. I would say it's in the top 3 questions that I get asked on a regular basis. What kind of chain goes on my chainsaw? So I'm going to cover some of those things with you guys here and hopefully give you guys some information. Now, chainsaw chains, there's factory ones like Steel and Husqvarna. They have their own chains. And then Oregon is one of the aftermarket manufacturers that manufactures quality chains as well. And I've never had a problem with an Oregon chain. And I have an Oregon chain right here off of my Steel 20-inch bar chainsaw. And I also have a Steel box here where one of the factory chains that comes on my saw is as well. And I'm going to go over a few of the things here. And the first thing that's on this box here is it shows the bar of the chainsaw. And the bar of the chainsaw is what the chain goes around and what you use to cut with. On the bar of the chainsaws, it is stamped. All this information that's on this box here will be on that bar, so you can get the right information, so you got your specs. And you can't just put any chain on a chainsaw. That's another thing. I've had people come and they say, oh, I wanted a longer or shorter bar. The sprockets that are on the saws aren't universal. So every one of them is different, and they correspond with a different chain. And the first thing is the drive links. Now you can see here, 72 is the drive links for this particular bar that's on my Steel chainsaw. And this Oregon chain here, see if you guys can see this. You look, once that focuses there, on the bottom of the chain, you can see 72 that's stamped onto those, the bottom of the chain there. And that 72 denotes that there's 72 drive links on this chain. So that's one of the first things that you need to match up. And then the second is the pitch. And the pitch is the distance between those two rivets right there. And this pitch is 3/8 of an inch. That is important because that's what the sprocket is on the chainsaw. So those have to match up. If you don't have the right sprocket on there, those teeth won't have any places to go, and it'll throw the chain off. So again, you can't just put any chain or any bar on a particular chainsaw. The next is the bar gap right there. And this particular bar gap is 50 thousandths. And that is basically the thickness, the bottom thickness here. So that runs in that, track. And the last thing here that I want to show you on this is this 30-degree mark. 30 degrees is the angle that the chainsaw chains need to be sharpened at. And if you have some type of sharpener, whether it's like an electric sharpener with a big disc, or you have a small sharpener on like a Dremel tool or something, that 32 degrees is that angle on that tooth, and that's what that has to be sharpened at. So you get your chain to throw the chips that you need to go ahead and keep your chainsaw sharp. And you need to have the right files to do that. And the files will sit right in that groove perfectly. And that's kind of how you know what file you need for your chain. You take your chain and you try the different files of different sizes, and you'll get one that fits in there flush and perfect. You'll just know when you set that in there that that is the correct chain. So like I said, all this information, your pitch, your bar gap, how many drive links that you have, the length of the bar on the chainsaw, that is all going to be stamped on the bar of the chainsaw. So what a lot of people will do is they'll take a picture of that with their phone, and then they always have it. Or if you purchase a new chain, All the boxes, all the packages that comes in will have this information on it. Go ahead and save one of those, take a picture. This is another good thing to write this information down in a little notebook along with like spark plug number, the number on a air filter, your more common parts. If you write all that stuff down, if you have a chainsaw, write this information down as well. It'll make it much easier to find a chain for that particular saw should you need to replace it. And I recommend that everybody has a bare minimum of 2 or 3 chains for a whatever chainsaw that you have. That way you always have a sharp chain in reserve. And if you are using your saw and for some reason you dip it down into the dirt, or you're cutting deadfall and there's any kind of dirt or mud or anything that's on the bottom of the log or whatever that you're cutting, if that hits that sand or that dirt, that will dull this chain immediately. And that is probably the most common way that chains are dulled. So you want to keep your chain out of the dirt and out of the ground when you're using it. But anyway, just wanted to share these little tips here and these little bits of information because, like I said, it is so common a question. I literally get it almost every day at the shop. There is what kind of chain goes on my chainsaw. So anyway, hope you guys, that'll help you interpret that if you ever have to do that for yourself. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys always get some good information, some entertainment out of my videos, and you guys have a good one.